Alright, this is a review of my 2001 Mazda Miata. Where do I start? I'm gonna open her up. I'm gonna open the trunk. That's how you open the trunk. You open out the gas cap. And then the hood latch is down here. Start off with the trunk. This is not a Mazda Speed, but I took the swing off of, I got it from a wrecked one, I guess. This is the space back here. You have space for a spare right here, but I just filled it up with blankets so that this thing can stay flat over here. Batteries back there. I'm assuming everybody that's watching this already knows most of this stuff, but I'll try to go over it very quickly. I got my little tool bag here. These are some whatever random tools I could need. Quart of oil, can't go anywhere without it. It's like the people at Mazda knew that this car is gonna need oil. I think you fit like 3 of these over here. Very neat. Got a little cargo net right here. I think I've used it like once. Release for the hood if somebody gets stuck in there. I chose like the worst spot to do this review, right in the middle of an intersection. Anyways, this is the engine bay. Super Miata radiator. The previous owner hit a deer with it, so there's that. This is a veggie cold air intake with this like fancy box. I had a bunch of issues with this rattling all over the place when I was on throttle, but got that sorted, adjusting this to the coupling. Racing Beat headers. I think it's a full exhaust. I'm not sure. I know the dual muffler is Racing Beat as well, but let's see how this intake sounds. Very nice, very nice. All right, I think it's time to get going. I don't want to make this video too long. I'll show you guys how I take down the top. I do it from the outside. I've seen some people do it from the inside, but I think I like did that once and I dropped it because I don't want to drop it, you know. I want to like slowly put this down because these are old and fragile, so don't want to mess it up. Moving on to the interior, I got this this racing seat. It's pretty nice. The previous owner got it. No complaints. You can take this cushion out if you want to sit even lower. This also comes out. Basically, this whole thing comes apart so you can wash it. I never washed it though. I got these tux mats. Excuse the mess, but yeah, these tux mats, these are nice. They kind of go all up in here. I had to trim it a little bit for the slider on this chair. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, now let's hop in. I got this Nardi steering wheel right here. Flat bottom. I don't love it. I don't really hate it. Sometimes it gets in the way when I'm trying to do drifting because, you know, you're sliding the wheel and then you have this flat spot. So anyways, this car has cruise control, Skunk 2 racing shifter. I believe it's just a knob. JVC stereo. This is very neat. Connects to my phone right away. I rarely ever have any issues with it. And it's got Bose speakers, which for the age of this car are really good. Storage compartment right here, another one right there. You could fit some napkins and a pair of sunglasses right here. Cups right here. At the beginning I was like, no cups in this car, but after a while you kind of learn how to drive and shift like this, so cups are fine. This leather to match the steering wheel and on the shifter. Previous owner did it. These air vent thingies, I'm pretty sure these were stolen off of like a Jeep or something. Power wise, you know, with the cold air intake and the exhaust, you know, it might make like an extra 5-10 horsepower, which is like, I don't know, a little bit more than your lawnmower in your garage. But one thing I forgot to include earlier is the AC switches. So the order to go from the cold to the heat is quite funny. I did it with my friend in the car the other day and he thought it was pretty funny. But I'm gonna try to do this quick so that I'm not holding anybody up behind me. So if you want to go from cold to hot, this is what you do. First, you change it from circulating the air from the inside to the outside, and then you unclick your AC. You move this dial all the way to the right, move this down to the feet, and then you can turn it on. So once you've done those 30 steps, then you can enjoy your warm air. But I got this glove box right here. I still have the original manual that came with the car, so that's neat. Oh, I got 50 bucks in there. What? I didn't know about that. Anyways, storage behind the seat. You get a little bit. This is a stock seat. This is my sun visor. Just slide it back there. I also got this little net right here. You know, it holds a few things like some straws and gloves. I got these racing gloves when I first got my car. I thought I was a big race car driver, but turns out I didn't really need them. Anyways, off we go. Get this transmitter out here because it's about to fall. Somebody did some mean donuts right here. But back to the review. It's a 5-speed. Second gear is interesting. Second gear, every time I shift from like first to second, I feel like I have to like hesitate a little bit longer to wait for those revs to drop. And if you rush it, you know, it's gonna like unsettle the car a little bit. But over time, you get used to that. And this car is on Koni Stage 2 suspension. I'm pretty sure the Stage 2 just means it comes with the sway bars as well. Don't quote me on that. That dude needs to stay in his lane. But it rides very nice. The suspension is adjustable. You can't adjust the ride height, but you can adjust how stiff it is. So I've messed with that a little bit just because I had a little bit of rubbing issues in the front. But even after adjusting it, it still had some rubbing issues. So it's not all the time. It's just, you know, if I'm going fast around this bend with a dip or something, I'll get a little bit of rubbing, but nothing very dangerous, I guess. It won't rip out the fender liner, I guess. And cruising at speeds, it just hums along. Even on the highway, I've heard some people complain like they can't go over 80 in their Miata. Me personally, I haven't experienced any of that. You know, once you start getting into the triple digits, that's when you start worrying like, oh, is my soft top about to fly off? Is my wing that I didn't bolt on the back gonna fly off? Is my front splitter gonna fly off? You got other things to worry about. But related to, I guess, vibration in the wheel or the car feeling unstable at speeds, I can't relate. But yeah, this car kind of just does what it's supposed to do, and it does it very well. Unless you ask it for too much. That's when things get a little bit dicey. And the fact that this doesn't have any ABS or traction control makes it just that much more raw and more fun to drive. Oh, I can't see. But I kind of know where the road's going, so I'm alright. Get the GPS up so I have a little bit better of an idea of where the turns are and where I'm going. I find having the GPS up when I'm driving through back roads very useful. Very predictable, and they're, I don't know, I got the car, when I got the car they had, it came with these tires, and I never had an issue with them, and especially in the rain, they're so good. I don't even worry about not having ABS when I have these tires on, but they have to have some tread on them, you know, they're 300 tread wear tires, so once they start, you know, losing that tread, you start losing your grip in the rain. But as long as you're mindful of how much tire you have left, you're usually fine in the rain with this. I've gone 80 plus in the rain on the highway with this, no issues. But yeah, we're about to hit this again, and I'll probably end the review there. Hopefully it doesn't end with me in a tree or something, or in a ditch. But not very stoked with that, but it's all good. What else? I guess since I'm reviewing it, I'll talk about the reliability a little bit. I plan on making a separate video about that just because there's so much to go over, but I thought this car was going to be a reliable car before I got it. It has proven to not be very reliable, unless you don't drive it that much, you know. But when I first got it, I was ripping this thing like I stole it, and it just ended up in the shop a lot. So yeah, be mindful of that if you're getting one. If it's going to be like your main daily, it's doable. I did it. I've been doing it for like 2 years. You could do it. It's not very ideal like in the winter, especially if you want to leave your car to warm up or whatever. You know, that's why having a beater daily is nice. You can just jump in that thing, start it up. You know, you could wait for it a little bit, but not like this thing where I'm going, you know, 5 minutes before I leave the house, turn it on, let it warm up a little bit so that it doesn't drive like crap when I get in it. But other than that, it's a great car. It's a lot of fun. That's enough of me yapping. But if you enjoyed this review, maybe like the video. But yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one.